Welcome back, and if you've never been here before, well, I'm not fucking surprised. I just have one quick question. How do you feel about poop or the FBI? How about the age of consent? You want to hear about that? Because today we're talking about MisterAnime343. He loves anime, a connoisseur for the finer arts, a weeb elitist, if you will. Slice of life? How about some Lolicon? Although not politics, he never wants to discuss politics. Thinks the age of consent in Japan should go back to 13, but don't you dare bring up that damn dirty political bias. For those of you that don't know, Lolicon is a genre of fictional media which focuses on young or young-looking girl characters, particularly in a sexually suggestive or erotic manner. Now, doesn't that just sound interesting? Why the fuck do I do this to myself? So, Mr. Anime, or Revi's husband, now he's not married as far as anyone is aware, unless he's legally married to Rebecca Lee, or Revi, a character from the popular anime Black Lagoon. Oh, you said. Starting his channel back in 2013, he's been reviewing anime since late 2019, where he's also taken a stance against gatekeeping.
Yo, what is up, you guys? This is Roman, aka MisterAnime343 here, and I actually have a personal message for all the gatekeepers out there. Now, I, for one, am a huge anime fan, and basically, I find this whole freaking bullshit that's been going on with, like, you know, gatekeeping, the freaking censorship.
Okay.
It's all freaking just beyond craziness. I've actually been a huge fan ever since I was 7 years old.
Okay, you're a fan of anime.
When you put death threats on people, like, you know,
okay,
telling them that they should actually end up just like what just happened with KyoAni.
No idea who the fuck that is. And he never elaborates. Essentially what I got from this video was
basically gatekeeping bullshit.
Okay, so I don't know what the fuck's going on here. So I brought in the Asperger's whisperer, Konosuke7. Now, Konosuke, are we absolutely sure that this guy isn't retarded?
I am 100% sure that this guy is retarded. 100% sure.
Oh, he is? Okay, goddamn.
So I had gotten sent one of his tweets, and pretty much someone was like, yo, take a look at this guy. And I was like, ew, it's really gross. And then, like, that was really it for, like, a good while. Then, because I was beefing at the time with Pods, but at the time he was named Moculus. So Mr. Anime had randomly joined my Discord, but he wasn't active in there, so he kind of just joined it, but was, like, kind of sneaky, so no one really noticed him. Until someone you know Charlie, had messaged me, and Charlie was like, hey, you got a pedophile in your server. And I was like, what? After that, I kicked him out the server, and I, like, at him on Twitter, and I was like, dude, you are freaking disgusting, like, ew, and all that, right? And he replies to me, word for word, he was like, hey, Konosuke7, instead of dogging on me, I thought maybe me and you could team up against Moculus. And I was like, I would never be that desperate to team up with a freaking pedo against some, even if I'm beefing with them. I would never be that desperate. Are you crazy? You know, after some time goes on, and I end up trolling this dude just for the fun of it, because he's just like he's a habitual liar. He's online all the time, and it's 90% of his interactions online are lollies, but it progressively got worse, and I'll explain, you know, during the time frame. He invited me to a debate. He chose the host, chose the setting, chose the time and day, all that. He had complete home advantage. From a third person's perspective, he should have won that debate, because he had full control over everything. Him and his friend were both advocating for Japan to lower their age of consent to 13 years old. Keep in mind, this is a grown man who's like, I believe he's like 40 something. And I've made this clear in my video on him. It doesn't matter where you stand with your opinion on lollies or lolicons, whether you're pro lolly, anti lolly, or you don't really care. I think we should all be able to unanimously agree that wanting Japan to wanting anywhere in the world to lower their age of consent to 13, that is not okay. I have a personal thing against him. I kid you not, defecated in a box. He defecated in a box. He called the hazmat team over to his house to have it removed, and contacted the FBI saying that I sent it. Then he sent the FBI to my house. FBI was knocking on my door, and he was hoping that they would arrest me because he was that butthurt over losing a debate. He worked at a job for 10 years and he had gotten fired. He makes up multiple excuses as to why he got fired from that job. It was at a hotel, keep in mind. He was a janitor at a hotel. So his first thing is that he tried saying, oh, we had 2 guests call the hotel and complain about me, and that's what got me fired. That was probably the most believable thing he said, since that's how hotels operate. They care the most about their reviews and pretty much about people complaining. I know, I've worked at a hotel for like 5+ years. And the second lie that he said was that Konosuke7 got me fired. That bugged me because people started to legitimately believe him on that. That's when I was like, all right, well, now I'm going to get to the bottom of this, because now you're spreading fear about me. You're having people think that I had anything to do with you losing your job. So what happened was I found out where he worked, called his job, asked to speak to a manager. I called them on stream. They didn't pick up at that time when I called, unfortunately, but they called me back a few days later. And they tell me that he was originally fired because he was showing guests child porn. But as soon as they had told me that, he immediately started accusing me of lying, despite a video of me calling his job being on my channel. Then he changed his story a third time and said that he had gotten fired because he was uploading YouTube videos at work, insulting all of our intelligence, assuming that we are to believe that you work at a job for 10 years and you don't know something as simple as don't use the company computer for personal use. He's been saying, but with no proof at all whatsoever, he's been saying that he's currently a substitute teacher, which is like red alarm bells all over the place. It kind of bugs me a little bit, the whole mooching off of his grandparents thing, because he's at that age where I feel like you live with your grandparents. I'm not gonna shit on you for that, because if you're living with them and you're helping take care of them and stuff, that's fine. I understand that. I believe the one lolly post that I had seen of his, that's really what made me like, oh my god, this guy, like, it made me like legitimately vomit in my mouth, not even exaggerating. It was a lolly, which is clearly a child, and without any clothing. And it was like someone drew it as like a POV thing, and the person was holding a baby bottle filled with roaches and inserting it into said child. I know everyone says we need to check this guy's hard drive as like a meme or something like that, but dude, we need to check that guy's hard drive. I know this is gonna sound really like corny and all that to like do a plug like this, but if you really want the 100% full complete like I guess experience or context or whatever you want to call it about this guy, I did an hour-long video on this dude.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna link that anyways. That is completely fine. Yeah. We're gonna definitely leave that so that people can check that out, because realistically you're gonna actually have all of the evidence, you're gonna have all of the information.
So let's take a look at one of his latest videos and see if we can't put the pieces of this fractured man back together.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Roman, aka MisterAnime343, and I know it's been a while since I last done any videos, but there's a reason why I actually haven't been making any videos, because of the constant harassment I've been actually getting as of late. I'm actually making this video because there's like a lot of hatred around a fellow anime content creator by the name of TB Reviews, and in all seriousness, it's like, seriously.
Jesus, don't hurt yourself. Dude's running out of breath in between sentences. He thought so hard about this, he's going into cardiac arrest and his organs are about to rupture.
Like all the people that were attacking Chibi over, like, you know, some of the statements he made, which is kind of milquetoast at best. It just doesn't make any sense. Why should people go and give death threats to someone over their preferences of like what they want to watch?
Hey, I'm right there with you, dude. I get judged all the time for the type of porn I like to watch. And these are the same people who have feet and hand fetishes. And it's like, dude, it's amputee porn. They can't help what they can't have. At least you get some form of foreplay. If I want that, I gotta do it all myself. So Mr. Anime is defending Chibi Reviews, someone I don't know or care enough about to research properly, for his avant-garde takes when it comes to Lolicon. Not because Mr. Anime is being brave, he just likes the same shit.
And yet, here we are. We're actually just living in this freaking crazy-ass timeline where we're actually constantly trying to give people, like, some kind of issues, saying, oh, we should actually, you know, just go and start problems with someone else. over what, someone likes.
Yes, exactly. So what if a guy wants to watch his neighbor get undressed? He's not hurting anyone. Does she get help from her family members? Yes. Is it awkward when her dad comes in and blows raspberries on her belly? Of course it is. Is it weird that she still cries and shits herself? Not in my opinion. She's 81, and 81 is the new 43. So many noteworthy, contributing members of society have had their fair share of odd habits, but none of them are recognized for the good that they've done. People only want to remember them for being rapists or murderers or pedophiles.
One person actually says that, oh, freaking Konosuke had. Sorry. That kind of slipped out there a little bit. He's the one who has actually been saying some very vile stuff about freaking chibi reviews.
Really? Konosuke? Bullying potential pedophiles? Bullying child lovers? Picking on lolicons? You sick, sadistic piece of shit.
We all should actually do our part to actually say, look, we're not trying to actually,
Jesus Christ, get to the fucking point.
It's like a particular quote that I actually like to share from a book I've been reading called The Catcher in the Rye.
No! Oh, God. Oh, John Lennon would be so proud.
Kill John Lennon! Kill John Lennon!
The reason why people are just, shutting their ears to the truth is they don't want their feelings getting hurt. They just would rather actually sacrifice their freedoms for the freaking illusion of safety and security.
Oh, that's right. You're not watching the exploitation of little girls because you know it's wrong. You're not watching it because you're afraid of how people might look at you, because you're afraid of how it might make you feel. You need to embrace your inner EDP 445 and let that sea of emotions in your local police department just wash over you.
Go, go!
Make that make sense to me.
Dude, nothing you've said so far makes a whole lot of sense. We're like 6 minutes in and I'm still not sure I understand what this video is about.
Trying to tell people.
I just want to take Mr. Anime's little moment of silence here to say, like the video if you're enjoying it so far, comment and let me know what your favorite lolicon is, and don't forget to share the video to somebody who probably won't understand or care about it. Also, if you want to help support me in these trying times, I have a Patreon for as little as $1, and you can help support me, and I'll even give you a little shout out at the end. Like you even watch the videos to the end. All right, I think he's talking again.
Yeah, but it's all just, one big, giant-ass, nonsensical mistake going on. But I really need to just actually play devil's advocate for chibi reviews. Even if it means getting some additional hatred from, the opposition, of course, saying that I'm actually defending chibi because we actually are doing this issue for no apparent reason.
Who the fuck told you that there was no reason? You like little girls, Chibi likes little girls. I think you've completely missed the boat on why people are upset. Fuck, I don't even think you know why you made this video.
Why should people always actually try to listen to someone else over the issues? It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, this is just 20 seconds of uninterrupted silence if you're not counting his hard swallowing, heavy breathing in between heart attacks and that muttering he does to himself near the end. I'm finding it hard to believe that this guy shit in a box for the FBI, that the box wasn't soaked through by the time that they got to it. He does not take solid poops. Well, I thought he could be redeemed, but honestly, I can't make heads or tails of this fucking video. I give it a 3 out of 10, though. Yeah, he does stand up for what he believes in, although I'm sure that alone would wind him enough that he'd have to sit right back down. I'm not sure if he knows exactly what he's being attacked for, or if he himself knows that he has no defense. Thanks to Konosuke7 for helping me out with this video. Go check him out for all the details and lore if you want more on this guy. Also, just because Konosuke7's a great guy and he's got other hilarious and fantastic content. Content that I might be featuring in soon. Links will be in the description. I'm pretty sure Mr. Anime is on the spectrum though, so thanks a lot, Konosuke7. I said no fucking retards. If you made it this far, I'm so sorry for the time that you lost, but no refunds. A shout out to my patrons, Jessica, Pulped Milk, George, Jesse, Guardian of Dead Wolves, Loading Please Wait, Min Min, Shao, and Konosuke7. If I do have to leave you with one final message,
If you guys really enjoyed this, please smash the like button and subscribe if you're new, if you're actually, interested in more videos like this. And as always, just remember these 4 things. Respect the YCPS service, enjoy your fandoms, embrace your degeneracy as long as it's legal, doesn't hurt you or anyone else. Enemies freedom, and until next time guys, I'm MisterAnime343.
and be well.
It's kind of stupid.